Hello everyone, thank you for watching. My name is Cecilia and I just wanted to talk to you guys about my process in getting my real estate license here in Texas. Just really shed light on the process, the fees, the requirements, the time lapse, all that good stuff. I am originally from California and I moved out here in January of this year. And then I decided to pursue real estate. It's something that I started out there in Cali and I finished it here. Yeah, I just want to shed some light on it, on the process itself. It could be scary, but it really isn't that bad. So let's talk about the requirements. One of the first requirements is education. You have to complete, or TREC requires you to complete 180 hours of classroom hours. TREC, by the way, is the Texas Real Estate Commission. It's 6 courses, equaling 180 hours total. The first course is Real Estate Principles 1, Real Estate Principles 2, and then we got law of agency, law of contracts, promulgated contract forms, real estate finance, and all of those individually are 30 hours. Now, the education provider that you choose to go through has to be provided by TREC. And I will be providing the link to that list that they have of all of their approved providers. I went with Real Estate Express. Again, just because it's something that I started in California and I really like their layout. So I kind of stuck with them. Another thing that I like about the school is that they provide online proctoring. I'm not sure if all the other schools do. They might. What it is at the end of each course, it guides you to the other website, which is called Monitor EDU. And what Monitor EDU does is you're able to chat with a proctoring agent and they send you a link to a meeting, to a Google meeting. And basically, I use my phone and I just set it up in a way that it recorded my desk, my laptop. The only thing that you could have out at the time is scratch paper, clean on both sides. They'll make you show it to them at the beginning of each session. Pencil and a very basic calculator. At the end of each test, you just fill out the form at the end and you just kind of say who you proctored with, Monitor EDU, and then they take care of that on their end. Another thing that I liked about Real Estate Express is at the end of each chapter, they have quizzes, and the quizzes are only 3 questions long, but you can take them as many times as you want. Again, if you fail it 3 times, then you have to take the whole chapter over. But it's not too bad. You can just click through and kind of go over whatever you had a hard time with. But like I said, they're 3 questions long. You can take them as many times as you want, and it randomizes the questions each time. I would take them until I saw the same questions starting to pop up over and over again. And that's really how I prepped for my state exam, honestly. So that was one thing that I really liked about Real Estate Express, sorry. So that was the education portion. I will talk about the fees for that later, and I will also link, everything that I talk about at the end. After you, yeah, so after you do your education portion, the school uploaded the certificates for each course, and I was able to email those to TREC, which leads me to my next thing. The next thing you want to do is apply for your real estate license on the TREC website. You pay those fees and it creates an account for you, a login, so that you can refer back to it throughout the process, really. And this is where you go to submit your certificates from your education and where you manage your license and all that stuff. So after you do your education, you complete 180 hours, you pass all those classes, you fill out your application, you submit those certificates to TREC. Then you go and you get your fingerprints done. Here in San Antonio, the service that TREC directed me to was called Identigo. And basically what you do is you sign up online, you create you book an appointment and then you go and take it. And you have to bring your ID with you bring your fees with you, and they do not take cash. At least at the place that I went to, they do not take cash. I brought a money order with me, or you could pay with a card as well. What this does is they'll take a picture of you, they'll take your fingerprints, and along with your background check. The whole process takes about 10 minutes. After that, you schedule to take your exam. And this is the final exam, like the big one, the big exam that, you have to pass national and state exam. And this is, you have to go to a place and have it proctored. And so, same thing, the TREC website will direct you to Pearson View, where you schedule your exam, you choose the location and all that good stuff. So Um, the locations around me did not have immediate openings, so I had to shop around for further locations to get like an opening sooner. It really depends on how fast you're trying to take your exam. I've been trying to get it out of the way as soon as possible. I just want to move on. So I only drove like 5 miles out further than originally I had planned on. But it was fine because I ended up getting an opening right that weekend. I took my exam on Father's Day weekend. They were open on a Sunday, which was cool. Again, you pay for those fees. Um, so it's really convenient that they were open on a Sunday. I get most of my stuff done on weekends anyway. So when you show up, you can't take anything with you into the exam room. You leave all of your belongings in a bag that they provide, and they kind of keep it stored away until you're done. The proctor does provide you with a dry erase board, dry erase markers, a very basic calculator, and earbuds. You are taking the test in a room with like 10 other people that are testing, and they're all on computers, so the earbuds were good to cancel out all the noise. People are typing, they're clicking, they're coughing, they're chewing, all that good stuff. So it was really good for me, for my focus at least. The test is very straightforward in my opinion. It wasn't anything, no surprises, nothing like that. I didn't feel like it was, many people say, they watch the way that they rewarded, be careful with the double negatives. And it was pretty straightforward in my opinion. I did prepare a lot for it. Um, the Real Estate Express program that I used to complete my education provided me with prep exams, which I took all day long. I was just taking them over and over until I scored an average about 80 in all areas. Um, I know like my weakest area was mathematics. I'm not surprised. But I managed to bring it up to an 80. And once I got an 80 across the board, like I felt like I was ready to go take that exam. So I went in and I took it on that Sunday. It's two exams. It's the state exam and it's the national exam. The state portion has 40 questions and the national portion has 85 questions. To pass the state exam, you have to have 21 questions correctly answered. To pass the national exam, you have to have 56 questions correctly answered. When I was done, I went over to the front. I signed out, grabbed my belongings, and I got my two. They give you two sheets, and it has your results basically. I haven't gotten my percentages or how much I missed or anything like that. It's just a pass or fail, which I'm content with because both of them had passed statuses on them, so I'm fine with that. So once you pass your exams and your background check clears, then you move on to looking for a broker. And when you do sign, or sorry, when you submit an application with TREC, I think it sends out your information to all the local brokers, or somehow the brokers around here have access to that information. So you will be receiving phone calls from, the brokers around your area. You'll be receiving correspondence from them as well. And basically all they want is to set up an appointment to talk to you, really tell you, about the brokerage. Maybe you can come in and see what the office is like, what the atmosphere is like, if it's what you're looking for and all that, which is pretty cool because, I'm pretty new to the area, so I wasn't really sure what was around here, and it kind of just made me aware of what there is around here. I decided to go with EXP, which is all cloud-based. It's just more convenient for a family at the moment if I work for home for the most part. So I did that, and once I signed up with my broker, once I signed up with EXP, they gave me the instructions on how to go into TREC. Remember how I said that when you fill out an application, it creates an account for you? So they gave me the step-by-step instructions on how to go back in there and how to manage my status, my broker status at least, and how to request sponsorship on that end. So I did that, and once that was accepted, then I was issued the active real estate license, which is really the final, final goal in all of this. Um, Basically it. That's basically the whole process itself. The time span, I it's different for everyone really. The Real Estate Express school that I went through, it gives you 6 months from the moment you open a course. So let's say you open your first course 6 months, then finish it, you open the second course, sorry, and that resets your 6 months. So you can really use up all that time if you really have to. I didn't really have to. Like I said, I'm eager to, get the ball rolling. So I finished all of this stuff within a month. So I started school on April 23rd. By June 10th, I was done with all my courses, had all my certificates, submitted those to TREC. By June 11th, I applied for the actual real estate license. By June 13th, I went and got my fingerprints done. By June 19th, I took the final proctored exam. So I did all that good stuff. And all that came with the price. So I'll talk about that now. For the Real Estate Express School, I paid $454. It does sound a bit hefty, but really, education is always, you always got to pay for good things in life, right? So what that included was all the 6 courses. It came with flashcards. It came with a bunch of exam prep. Remember how I said that I would take the exams over and over and over until I averaged an 80 on all areas of, of the exams, and then that was really good. So that's included with that. I will also include the links to their page if you guys are interested. There's different packages too with different things that they include, different prices and stuff. Then for the actual real estate application fee, I paid $185. For the fingerprints and background check, I paid $38.25. And then to take the final proctored exam, I paid $43. I paid all of this over the span of a month. Which for some it could be too much too soon, or maybe it's fine. But remember, it's really at your own pace. At least with the school that I went with, I'm not sure about the other schools if like they have time limits. I'm not sure. So that's what we did. All those fees, and like I said, I will be posting links to everything that I've talked about right now, just so that you guys could review that on your own and just know where to go. Sometimes it could be confusing, all these different providers. There's Pearson VUE, there's Identigo, there's Monitor EDU, there's Real Estate Express, there's TREC. So I will post all the links there and I'll tell you what all of those are for. Again, this was my time lapse. This was my process. Some people get it done in longer time. Some people get it done sooner. Um, this is as far as I've gotten, really. This is where I am. I just recently signed on to EXP and I'm barely in those initial stages through them. I know that there are more fees and there are more things that you do after your license. For example, I know that you have to submit membership to the San Antonio Board of Realtors, where you pay an annual fee for that. There's quarterly fees, there's first time agent sign on fees, and then you get what's called a super key as well, so that I believe, to show houses that use that kind of security. So there's a fee for that. So I will make another video as soon as I get there. I will upload whatever I have gone through to share with you all and to help guide you all through that process as well. Um, I will be linking all of the things that I talked about again. If you do choose to go with Real Estate Express, you could sign on through my link and you get a 35% discount because it is $454. I really liked it. I really recommend it. I will be making a separate video reviewing that itself. And yeah, if you guys have any questions, you can just comment down below. Don't forget to subscribe and turn your notifications on so you guys do get alerted whenever, I move further in this process and upload new videos. And well, thank you all for watching. I wish you all the best of luck in this journey and goodbye.